everyone. This video is to help you with your complex vowel sounds. These are the vowel sounds in English. The name is called complex. I like to say complex instead of long. I know a lot of school teachers who teach children will say long vowels. But the problem is that when we study pronunciation, we know that vowels are longer because they are more important, not because some vowels are actually always longer than others. So I prefer to call them complex vowels rather than long vowels. But if you hear another teacher talk about those, that's what they're talking about. So why are these vowels more complex? Well, they're more complex because they require more from your mouth. Your mouth has to move more to make these complex sounds. Also, the spelling is usually a little bit more complex as well. When we go to try to spell these sounds, you can't usually do it with one vowel letter. You usually have to have two vowel letters or sometimes even three vowel letters to spell a complex vowel. So let's make sure that we know how to pronounce them, and then that way you can practice them. Now, these ones here are actually the names of the letters, so it's not as difficult for people to pronounce them sometimes because you already know the names of the letters. You probably learned them when you studied the alphabet. The problem is, though, when people put them inside of words, sometimes we don't move our mouth quite enough to make the sound correctly. So that will sometimes prevent the sound from sounding correct or sounding the way that you would like it to sound. So go ahead and pronounce this first vowel for me. A. Good. Like in the word eight. Okay, pronounce again for me. A. Eight. Good. E. Eat. Try again for me. A. Eight. E. Eat. Good. Now we have I. I. You have to open up a little bit more for I. I, like hi. Words that end with just the vowel and there's nothing after it are usually the names of the vowel letter. Like me has an E, hi has an I, no has an O. So that's a general rule that's good for you to know. All right, try this one for me. I, hi, very nice. O, no, good. No's a word that oftentimes people don't quite move their mouth enough for the O. It has to get really small at the end. O, try for me. O, no, good. Same for go. Yeah, very nice. You. Okay, now this is sometimes you and sometimes just oo. I'll give you the example of the word flute. 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 It's really more of an oo, not a you, right? Try for me again. Flute. Ooh. Very nice. Now we have two more complex vowels, but they are not names of letters. They are just sounds. The first one is ow. Everybody pronounce for me? Ow. Good. Like when you hurt yourself and you hit yourself and you go, ow. That's that sound. Okay, and it's spelled two ways. It's spelled with an O-W or an O-U. Quite often the O-W is at the end of the word and the O-U is in the middle, like O-W, ow, in the word now. O-U would maybe be in the word about, is a good example of that. Okay, pronounce for me, ow, now. Okay, good. And then one last complex sound, and that's oi. Lots of mouth movement, difficult spelling. Give it a try for me. Oi. Yeah, very nice. It can be either O-Y or O-I. So for example, boy is O-Y, and it's usually O-Y at the ends of words like that. Not always, but usually. And then O-I in the middle for maybe a word like boil, right? We'll have the oi. Okay, let's try these sounds and these words together. Pronounce for me. A, eight. E, eat. I, hi. O. No. A little bit more movement. No. Good. U or oo. Flute. Ow. Now. Oi. Boy. Okay, now something important when you are working with complex sounds is to remember that the spelling is usually 2 letters or more. Okay, so for example, I have some words here. You can notice that the A here is saying its name. It is actually 2 vowels because you also have the vowel E that is being silent, that is making the A say its name. So they can be 1 consonant in the middle and those 2 vowels can still work together. But you cannot have 2 consonants here or those 2 vowels are no longer together. Okay, but if there's 1 consonant, then those 2 vowels are together and you say the name of the first one. The name is A, so pronunciation is rage. Rage. Very good. Okay, now we have this word. We have 2 vowels. Again, we will say the name of the first one. The second one's going to be silent. The name of this one is E. E. So pronunciation of this word is tea. Tea. Yeah, very good. This is why words that are spelled like with 2 E's are actually, or an EA, are actually identical. C and C. Because this second vowel isn't saying anything. We're just saying the name of the first one. The name of the first one here is an E. The name of the first one here is an E. So this is C and C. They are both E, right? Okay, a couple more ones to look at the spelling. Here's the word fine. We have 2 vowels working together again. This one's silent. We say the name of this one. This one is an I, so we will pronounce it fine. Try for me, fine. Good. And then our last one is an O. 2 vowels here. The A is silent. The O is saying its name. We are pronouncing it O, boat. Yeah, very good, very good. This is to show you how the spelling works. Now, 2 vowels together is not always the name of the first one, because remember these ones, ow and oi, those ones are not the name, right? And also, oo is sometimes spelled with an O-O, so that's not the name of the first one either. But it is a rule that is true for a lot of 2 vowels together, that they will often say the name of the first one. Not always, but often. So those are our complex vowels for you to practice.